This one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Pick me up. Here we go.
First down, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. but give him his due because now in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produced.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15. San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's got Kansas City touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Check four. Single.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Caught by Cobb. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Prescott to throw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is first and goal from about the 8. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath, the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Kansas City.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Mahomes going to throw. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Forbath able to convert the extra point. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would get...
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On the counter, Elliott, and an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Prescott throwing complete to Cobb, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The 20. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
We play to win. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
At the 44-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Three down. Switch. Here we go. Go to 54. Line 26.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
47.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
We're going to 54. Line 8. Shot.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Draw play, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. And Forbath will put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Their catch made it a 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Three down. Here we go, 47.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's Kelce on the grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball.